What's going on? Movie meals. Again, late. Kyle's keeping me up.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. But Kyle really wanted to review 30 seconds of Justice League. And this time I am blaming you because when you texted me, why don't we review that and Candyman, I almost responded with, I don't want to review Justice League, but I decided to do it for you.
Alex, it was trending thanks to Zack Snyder. Come on.
All right, let's just get into it, then we'll talk about it. Here we go.
The bell's already been rung. And they've heard it.
Who heard it, Jesse? That was in the other trailer.
Dark among the stars.
Is that Apocalypse? I'm sorry, I'm done.
The god is dead.
Wow. Oh.
That was on HBO Max today. Not a sponsor.
That didn't take too long.
No. All right, Kyle. What are your positives of that clip? Just what are your thoughts?
That there's footage and it's real. No, in all honesty, it gets me hyped that we're actually getting, Darkseid, that we're actually getting like the real tone that this movie was supposed to be, the real ideas that this movie was supposed to be, the actual footage that they were going to use instead of what we ended up having. It all looked cool though. I mean, Lex Luthor, Jesse Eisenberg's portrayal of Lex Luthor, his monologue, that's hit and miss for a lot of people from Batman v Superman, but it does at least help set the tone of what's to come, and it's looking like it's going to be pretty intense, pretty serious, especially with how that footage of Darkseid and his army looked, which actually looked pretty good. I don't know if it's fully finished, but it looked pretty good, at least from the 1 or 2 seconds that we saw of it. But it's quick, it's fast, but it gets the job done. I think we're going to be hearing more about this movie when that DC fandom thing happens in August. I don't know if you heard about that, but
I think he put that on his Twitter. He said more to come, DC fandom or whatever hashtag.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. We're getting
perfect.
Is
Perfect.
DC fandom Warner Brothers D23? Is that what this is trying to become?
It's going to be their D23 for DC Comics stuff by the looks of it.
So Warner Brothers is doing their own version of it. Because they own all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. I watched a little bit of BVS, or not BV. Yeah, it was BVS, so never mind. Was the Bell thing in Justice League, or was it just in the trailer? I don't know if it was actually ever in the movie, but I know it was in the trailer.
No, I think it was at the end when Batman visits Luthor in jail, right? Or was it in
it was. Yeah, he's like, the bells are ringing, and he said ding, yeah. And there was also...
That's supposed to be, like, the sound Mother Boxes make, but that kind of flew over people's head. Yeah.
There was also that rumor for a long time that Bryan Cranston had been cast, filmed, and he shot a bunch of stuff being the real Lex Luthor for Justice League. And I'm curious maybe that's in Zack's cut. Those were those heavy rumors back in the day. I for the trailer, I'm fine with the bells because I thought it worked in the trailer. And that one moment, I don't hate in Justice League. There's a lot worse in Justice League than him being bald saying the bells have rung. I don't think that's a big problem. Just the rest of the movie sucked. So you're like, well, this sucks too. But Gal Gadot looking at a picture, the picture's fine. I'm not big on when we do the, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen thing where it's like, no, they've been here forever, and the ancient Aztecs, they are the pharaohs, they put them on their walls and pay. I'm not big on that. I think that's a little much, but the final shot looked cool, but it's 5 seconds, The final shots in the trailer for Justice League got more than 5 seconds, and it looked cool. And then when you saw it on the big screen, you realized it was a generic, really bad CGI mess where you get Avengers Endgame, which the CGI blends so well that it looks it looks real. And then in Justice League, it didn't look real. So hopefully this works. you know, the amount of conversations we've had over the last 3 years of this movie, you know, I was always on the make the Snyder Cut happen bandwagon because I just love riling people up. But it's hard, you know, the clip that really sold me, just as we're talking about it, the clip that sold me, I always assumed there was some footage, but I was kind of skeptical, is there enough? But this clip that sold me was Jason Momoa, the one that came out just honestly like middle of last year. I had seen other clips of other people, but the one with Jason Momoa where he's like, is there a Snyder Cut? And he looked at the guy and like the way he said it is so sarcastic, just being like, you don't think Zack can finish his movie? Like, of course it exists. I've seen it. Like, when he said it that way, I was like, I really do think there's enough for a movie there. And now more and more reports are coming out that they really reshot most of the entire film. So I'm excited for it, even if it's not good. Just, you know, it's interesting. We're in such a weird time with the director's cuts, not director's cuts, but a lot of people, you know, 15 years from now, we might be praising this Justice League cut just like people did with Blade Runner. You know, Blade Runner its director's cut is what's renowned, and we didn't get that right away, but people fought for it. He fought for it. Ridley fought for it to get his version of the movie without that voiceover and all that other dumb stuff. And so, you know, 15 years from now, we might be like, man, I'm so glad we got Zack Snyder's Justice League because that movie is really awesome. And maybe we won't, but I'm glad that it's being thrown out there. I'm glad there's footage. I'm glad all the people who would yell on the internet that there was no way there was a Snyder Cut are all eating crow now. Because at least Kyle and I were like, maybe. I don't think we'll ever see it, but those guys were like, no, it's never coming. So I'm glad we got that, but yeah, it looked fine. I'm assuming we're getting a full trailer. Probably at this DC fandom. If he needs till August to cut together enough visual effects to make a decent trailer, that's probably what we're gonna get. And it'll be cool to see Ben Affleck and those guys back because, you know, 4 years ago when they shot this, 5 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, we were in a lot of big different time. So it'd be cool to see them going back to those characters, especially Ben Affleck. I really enjoy Ben Affleck's Batman, and I think people who diss him are really confusing the rest of the movie compared to him. And I like that he killed people.
Yeah, and I mean, if we do get a full trailer here soon, then we know in the past that trailers for DC properties have always had amazing trailers. I mean, remember BVS's?
The BVS trailer, I will still go back to and watch. The trailer is so great.
Yeah, even the first trailer for Suicide Squad, the Comic-Con version, where it was looking dark and edgy and it ended with the Joker shot. Like, you gotta admit, that trailer was pretty cool. So they know how to cut trailers. We're in for a big surprise if that's coming. Yeah,
and I get it. A lot of people don't like the cut, the director's cut for BVS, and they point to that on why this movie's not going to work. But clearly, he showed Darkseid. He's saying, look, my cut had a villain the first one didn't have. So clearly I've shot some stuff. Like, he's showing that this is going to be somewhat different on some level, which is, you know, BVS just added a few more things. And I like the director's cut of BVS slightly more than the original BVS. But I'm just thinking of those trailers. That shot in the BVS trailer when we first saw it freshman year of college, and it's Batman, it's Ben Affleck running into the dust cloud. Oh my gosh, did we lose our minds? My hair was so much better back then. Oh my gosh.
That was a long time ago.
I remember Kyle oh, what? He's running into it. And I was like, well, of course, everybody else is running out, but not Batman. Like, we were just freaking out. Oh, good times. All right, guys, what'd you think of this 34 seconds of stuff? Are the bells ringing in your head? I don't know. Comment below, let us know. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Go check out all our stuff. And as always, thanks for watching, Mom.
See ya, guys.